नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी दर्शकों का इसरो के एक और महत्वपूर्ण मिशन जिसका नाम है PSLV C54 EOS 06 मिशन। मैं विकास स्वर्णकार सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र से आप सभी दर्शकों का हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। मेरे साथ सह कमेंटेटर के रूप में है मिस पी माधुरी। आज 26 नवंबर 2022 को भारतीय मानक समय के अनुसार सुबह 11:56 पर PSLV C54 का प्रमोशन श्रीहरिकोटा के प्रथम प्रमोशन मंच से किया जाएगा। इसी अनुसार सारी गतिविधियां सुचारू रूप से जारी हैं। कुछ अंतिम गतिविधियों तथा जांचों के पश्चात PSLV C54 का प्रज्वलन 11:56 पर किया जाएगा। इस प्रमोशन की उल्टी गिनती 25.5 घंटे पहले प्रारंभ हो चुकी है और इस दौरान सभी अंतिम कार्यों को संतोषजनक तरीके से पूर्ण किया जा रहा है और अब हम उड़ान से 24 मिनट की दूरी पर हैं।
Namaskar and good morning viewers. You are watching the live telecast of launch of PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission. I am Madhuri bringing to you the commentary from the Mission Control Center broadcasted by DD National. The live coverage is also available on ISRO website, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. With me is my co-commentator Shri Vikas Swarnkar. Now, before moving on much with the views of the launch, we bring to you a curtain raiser video regarding this mission.
ISRO's workhorse PSLV in its flight C54 is ready to launch EOS 06 satellite along with 8 Nano-satellites into 2 different SSPOs. The mission is targeted to launch from Satish Dhawan Space Center SHAR on 26 November 2022. EOS 06 is third generation satellite in the Oceansat series, which provides continued services of Oceansat 2 with enhanced payload capability.
EOS 06 Oceansat 3 spacecraft is a third generation satellite to study the biological parameters of ocean. This is having advanced payload specification as well as application areas. The satellite is realized on I-1K bus having lift-off mass of 1115 kg. It will put into the orbit height of 732.5 kilometers. It is an operational class spacecraft with complete redundancy, providing 5 years mission life.
The satellite on board carries 4 important payloads, namely Ocean Color Monitor (OCM3), Sea Surface Temperature Monitor (SSTM), Ku band Scatterometer (SCAT3), ARGOS. The Oceansat 2, which was launched during September 2009, configured to cover global oceans and provide continuity of ocean color data with global wind vector and characterization of lower atmosphere and ionosphere. The mission resulted in many research collaborations nationally and internationally on various areas: global chlorophyll distribution, KD490 distribution, ocean color images, oil spillages, wind vector products. The EOS 06 is envisaged to observe ocean color data, sea surface temperature and wind vector data to use in oceanography, climatic and meteorological applications. The satellite also supports value-added products such as potential fishing zone using chlorophyll, SST and wind speed and land-based geophysical parameters. The primary satellite EOS 06 will be separated in orbit 1. Subsequently, orbit change is planned by using 2 orbit change thrusters (OCTs) introduced in the propulsion bay ring of the PSLV C54 vehicle. The passenger payloads (PPLs) will be separated in orbit 2. India-Bhutan Sat, a collaborative mission between India and Bhutan is INS-2B satellite for Bhutan with two payloads, namely Nano-MX, a multispectral optical imaging payload developed by Space Applications Center, and APRS Digipeater, which is jointly developed by DITT Bhutan and URSC. The other three payloads are commercial payloads from NSIL. The Anand 3 axis stabilized nano-satellite from Pixel India. Astrocast is a 3U spacecraft with 4 numbers of satellites. An ISI Space Quad Pack Dispenser is from Spaceflight Inc., USA. The Thai Bolt is a 0.5U spacecraft bus that includes a communication payload from Dhruva Space using their own orbital deployer with a minimum lifetime of 1 year.
You have just heard from the project director of the primary satellite EOS-06 and the details about the passenger payloads. The launch is scheduled to take place today, the 26th of November 2022 at 11:56 hours Indian Standard Time from the first launch pad at Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR, Sriharikota, which is located on the eastern coast of India.
Minutes.
This mission is configured with PSLV XL carrying EOS-06 weighing 1150 kg and injecting in 742.93 kilometers altitude with 98.34 degrees inclination and 8 other passenger payloads at 511.2 kilometers circular orbit with 97.45 degrees inclination. Launch of PSLV C54 marks the 5th launch of ISRO in the year 2022. Apart from the workhorse PSLV's 2 flights, the new rocket SSLV undertook its maiden flight and LVM-3 successfully deployed 36 satellites in its first commercial mission.
CNC to TTC Director, all strike elements are ready to support PSLV C54 EOS-06 INS-2B mission.
अब हम उड़ान से 18 मिनट की दूरी
Minus
पर हैं।
18 minutes.
तब तक आपको मिशन विवरण दे देते हैं। PSLV C54 EOS-6 मिशन, इस मिशन में मुख्य उपग्रह के रूप में EOS-06 नामक 1115 kg का भूप्रेक्षण उपग्रह है, जिसे लगभग 742 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा में 98.34 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ स्थापित किया जाना है। मुख्य उपग्रह के साथ अन्य 8 सहयात्री उपग्रह के रूप में अपनी कक्षा की ओर इस PSLV C54 में सफर कर रहे हैं। इस मिशन में सर्वप्रथम EOS-06 उपग्रह को 742 किलोमीटर की कक्षा में स्थापित करने के पश्चात अन्य 8 उपग्रहों को निचली कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा और यह ऑर्बिट कक्षांतर ऑर्बिट चेंज थ्रस्टर्स की मदद से किया जाएगा।
Timing to control, timing confirms external hold mode.
Noted. VLCC
यह मिशन
1, LCC1 please
लगभग
note.
7521 सेकंड का होगा।
VLCC noted.
Spacecraft directed to mission director, EOS-06 spacecraft is ready for launch.
Mission Director Roger.
प्रमोशन की उल्टी गिनती 25.5 घंटे पहले शुरू हो चुकी है और इस दौरान गतिविधियां जैसे यान को पावर ऑन करना, सभी तंत्रों तथा नियंत्रण प्रणाली की स्वास्थ्य जांच करना, तरल नोदक के भराव की स्थिति प्राप्त कर भराव शुरू करना, उपग्रह को पावर ऑन करना, बैटरी आवेशन करना आदि सभी गतिविधियों को संतोषजनक तरीके से पूर्ण किया जा चुका है।
TCTC, data loggers are on at SHAR and SHAR2.
सभी घटनाएं पूर्ण निर्धारित होती हैं, इसलिए सभी टीम अपना काम सुनियोजित तरीके से पूर्ण करती हैं।
Minus 16 minutes.
The countdown for PSLV C54 EOS-06 mission lasted for 25 and a half hours
Have already given
and
clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV C54 EOS-06 mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and ISRO network stations and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission at 11:56 hours IST today, that is 26th of November 2022.
Control Roger. All stations to note, Mission Director has given authorization for launch.
This is Vehicle Director. Based on authorization from Mission Director, Vehicle Director hereby authorizes to initiate the automatic launch sequence for the launch of PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission.
Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV C54
The automatic launch sequence has been initiated. The final capsule of checks for determining the health of rocket are carried out from the ground computers. Onboard computers take over very close to T0.
अब दर्शकों के लिए आगे दिखाया जाएगा PSLV C54 का इंटीग्रेशन वीडियो।
That's Director SDSC SHAR Sri A. Rajarajan flagging off the nozzle end segment from the preparation building to the launch pad.
Minus 14 minutes.
यह प्रथम चरण के नोजल एंड सेगमेंट को प्रथम प्रमोचन मंच पर लाया गया है। क्रेन की मदद से इसे उठाकर मोबाइल सर्विस टावर पर रख दिया जाएगा।
Conventionally, positioning of the nozzle end segment on the launch pad marks the beginning of the launch campaign. The S-139 core stage comprises of 5 segments. The case-bonded HTPB propellant cast in the specialized plant in Satish Dhawan Space Center. Each segment weighs about 30 tons.
प्रथम चरण PSLV का S-139 जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है।
PS2 redundant chain actuation
इसमें कुल 5 सेगमेंट्स की मदद से यह मोटर तैयार किया जाता है। प्रथम हमने देखा नोजल एंड सेगमेंट लगाया गया, उसके ऊपर में यह मिडिल सेगमेंट लगाया जा रहा है। यह कार्य पूरी बारीकी, सतर्कता तथा धैर्य के साथ पूर्ण किया जाता है।
While the hardware realization by the Indian industry, ISRO keeps a strict control over the quality aspects. Precise engineering goes into the joint design and assembly of segments. As you can see, the crane lowers the segment down at a negligibly slow speed, while the engineers keep intent watch all around.
सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र में यह सारी प्रक्रिया पूर्णतः परिपक्व हो चुकी है तथा यह सभी प्रक्रिया के दौरान अनुभवी क्वालिटी प्रोफेशनल्स की उपस्थिति में यह कार्य संपन्न किए जाते हैं, जिससे गुणवत्ता में कोई भी चूक ना हो सके, इसका ध्यान रखा जाता है।
Extreme care is exercised during the preparation of solid propellant segments, their storage in the magazine, transportation, handling and assembly owing to their hazardous nature. You can now see on your screens the head-end segment being hoisted for integration on the middle segment 3.
PS3 actuation completed.
अब आप देख रहे हैं हेड एंड सेगमेंट को मिडिल सेगमेंट के ऊपर संयोजित कर दिया गया है और यह है इग्नाइटर। प्रथम चरण का इग्नाइटर है, यही वो इग्नाइटर है जिससे पूर्ण मोटर पे का प्रज्वलन होगा।
The igniter for the first stage being assembled. It is assembled on the port of the head-end segment. You can now see on your screens the arrival of second strap-on to the launch pad. The first strap-on is in the assembled condition.
RCT actuation completed.
12 टन के सॉलिड स्ट्रेपॉन्स जो कि PSLV C54 में 6 की संख्या में होंगे। दूसरा स्ट्रेपॉन
PS2
लाया जा रहा है
activation
और
started.
इसे S139 कोर बूस्टर के साथ संयोजित किया जा रहा है।
For the PSLV's mission today, 6 strap-ons are there. These are 12 meters long and contain 12.2 tons of propellant each. According to the flight sequence, 4 strap-ons are ground lit
Minus
and 2
10 minutes.
are air lit.
यह सभी कार्य मोबाइल सर्विस टावर में किए जा रहे हैं जिसमें प्लेटफॉर्म की सुविधा है और वह सारी सुविधाएं उपलब्ध हैं जो एक रॉकेट को संयोजन के लिए
PS2 prime chain actuation completed.
कार्य में लाई
All
जाएंगी।
actuations are completed.
That's the tank of SITVC that stores fluid for the secondary injection for the thrust vector control.
यान के प्रथम चरण में दिशा निर्धारण के लिए SITVC और RCT का प्रयोग किया जाता है। उसी को अभी आपने देखा संयोजित होते हुए।
minus 9 minutes.
अब यह इंटर स्टेज आ रहा है।
On your screens now is the interstage between the first and second stage. It provides enclosure for the nozzle of second stage and interface for the small retro rockets to slow down the first stage after its separation.
जैसा कि हमने बताया, अभी आप देख रहे हैं नोजल PS2 स्टेज का। PS2 तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसके नोजल जंबल टेस्ट किया गया और सभी जांचों के पश्चात इसे भी लॉन्च पैड लाकर पूर्ण संयोजित प्रथम चरण पर संयोजित कर दिया जाएगा।
The engine for the PS2
Minus 8
is tested for its gimballing operation and several other preparatory activities are carried out on the stage before moving it to the launch pad for integration.
यह इंजन जो आप देख रहे हैं इसका नाम भी विकास इंजन है। तरल नोदक पर आधारित UDMH तथा NTO4 ईंधन के रूप में इस्तेमाल करता है यह द्वितीय चरण। यह तृतीय चरण है जिसे हम HPS3 के नाम से जानते हैं। यह भी पूर्ण जांच के पश्चात PS4 के साथ संयोजित कर लॉन्च पैड लाया जाएगा।
The third and fourth stage are moduled in a dedicated facility in the launch complex and brought to the launch pad. As we have
Minus
told you,
7 minutes.
safety is of paramount importance at all stages of launch vehicle operations. The location of subsystem preparation facilities is a trade-off between the proximity for transportation and safety in case of off-nominal situations.
बहुत ही धीमी गति और पूरी सतर्कता के साथ स्टेजेस को लॉन्च पैड लाया जाता है। क्रेन की मदद से इसे द्वितीय चरण के ऊपर में संयोजित किया जाएगा।
Vehicle on internal power.
पूरे कार्य के दौरान गुणवत्ता तथा सुरक्षा का पूरा ध्यान रखा जाता है।
minus 6 minutes.
The primary satellite for the mission, EOS-06, being prepared and closed in an environment controlled container. This is important to
External power
safeguard the
withdrawn.
sensitive electronics and payload components of the satellite. The container that was closed in the clean room of the preparation building is opened again after the clean room conditions
Flight
are
coefficient
ensured
loading
in the
started.
launch complex.
मुख्य उपग्रह EOS 06 तथा अन्य उपग्रहों को पेलोड अडेप्टर के ऊपर संयोजित कर लॉन्च पैड लाया गया है
Flight coefficient loading completed.
और इसे यान के सबसे ऊपरी छोर पर समायोजित किया जाएगा।
minus 5
Now that the
minutes.
launch vehicle is fully ready, after the indication of primary satellite and passengers payloads, the heat shield halves are mated.
Confirms radar's data.
आपने देखा सभी उपग्रह को ऊष्मा कवच के अंदर सुरक्षित कर दिया गया है और अब आप देख रहे हैं MST मोबाइल सर्विस टावर को 700 मीटर पीछे सरका दिया जाता है। पूर्णतः तैयार PSLV C54 सज्ज है प्रमोशन के लिए।
The mobile service tower is retracted from the launch pad and parked a safe distance away. Majestic view of the launch pad and PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission ready for liftoff. We are 4 minutes away from the liftoff.
ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू हो चुका है। अब यान का पूरा नियंत्रण ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर के पास है। इस दौरान
Minus
ऑनबोर्ड
4
कंप्यूटर
minutes.
पूरी गतिविधियों पर आंतरिक परीक्षण अनुक्रम चलाता है और समय आने पर खुद ही प्रज्वलन का कमांड देता है। यहाँ सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र पर विजिटर्स गैलरी का व्यू आपके सामने। बहुत ज्यादा संख्या पे यहाँ भीड़ उमड़ी है आज PSLV C54 के प्रमोशन को देखने के लिए।
Countdown is in progress
Onboard
for
computer in
PSLV
flight mode.
C54 and ALS is currently on. During the countdown, critical activities like filling of control system elements, charging of liquid stage gas bottles, servicing propellants into the stages, battery charging and checks for the launch vehicle and satellites are carried out.
minus 3 minutes.
अब हम उड़ान से 2 मिनट 50 सेकंड की दूरी पर।
Views from the launch view gallery here at Sriharikota. It has a capacity of 10,000 visitors. 7,000 are currently watching the launch this time.
कुछ ही दिन पहले श्रीहरिकोटा पर उत्तर पूर्वी मॉनसून सक्रिय था, लेकिन आज पूरी तरह सामान्य मौसम है, लॉन्च के लिए पूरी तरह अनुकूल।
Clear weather, benign winds, and we are merely 2 minutes away from the launch.
minus 2 minutes.
ISRO awaiting its 87th overall launch and PSLV awaiting its 24th flight. We are 1.5 minutes away from the launch.
भारी संख्या पे विजिटर्स गैलरी पे आप देख सकते हैं, काफी लोग आए हैं आज इस PSLV C54 के प्रमोशन का आनंद लेने। अब हम प्रमोशन से 1 मिनट की दूरी पर सर्वप्रथम हम
Minus
देखेंगे
1 minute.
RCT का प्रज्वलन, जो कि T-3 सेकेंड्स पर होगा।
Minus
फिर
50
T0 पर
All subs
कोर
armed.
बूस्टर S139 का
minus
प्रज्वलन
50
होगा।
seconds.
All sequencers armed.
minus 45 seconds. minus 40 seconds.
PS2 VHPP open.
minus 35 seconds. minus 30 seconds,
Real-time programs activated.
minus 25 seconds,
PS2 VSPP open.
minus 20 seconds, minus 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Liftoff normal.
There's the textbook liftoff of PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission.
सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन PSLV C54 बहुत ही रोमांचक क्षण ये होता है। जो लोग यहाँ उपस्थित हैं इसे लाइव देख रहे हैं, महसूस कर सकते हैं इनकी गर्जना, कंपन।
Air lead strap ignited.
S-130 के साथ बूस्टर शुरू हो चुका है और यह गर्जन करता हुआ आकाश में बहुत ही रोमांचक क्षण PSLV C54 मिशन अपने उद्देश्य को पूरा करने के लिए रवाना हो चुका है।
The strap on is testing the
Stage normal.
burn time of S-130 is 100 seconds. The cumulative thrust being developed at this point in time is 9,008 kilonewtons.
Ground lead strap activated.
There is the confirmation of the ground lead strap-on separation. Next flight event will be the separation of air lead strap-ons.
को सेपरेट कर दिया गया है।
The spaceport and telemetry are getting trajectory information.
Stage separated. Sandwich in shorted.
प्रथम चरण पृथक कर दिया गया है सामान्य निष्पादन के बाद और
2 minutes.
चरण का हो चुका है।
Performance normal.
First stage having completed its operation has been separated. The second stage PS2 has been ignited against its operation and it's developing nominal thrust. 2.8 meters length and 12.8 meters in length and 0.8 meters in diameter. PS2 stage develops 803 kilonewtons of thrust by thrust to repellent combination. So we have information
Initiated.
of flight events in quick succession as the rocket has crossed the atmosphere. Payload fairing has been completed and closed loop guidance initiated.
कवच को उपयोग किया जा चुका है। अब अनक्लोज लूप गाइडेंस की अंतर्गत है। निर्धारण सेंसर्स की मदद से करता हुआ अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
Second stage performance normal.
द्वितीय चरण के सभी तंत्र सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए
The PS2 stage is a pump-fed stage and has Vikas engine which has proved its reliability in every mission. Vikas engine operates on hypergolic combination of UH25 as fuel and N2O4 as oxidizer.
द्वितीय चरण तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें लगभग 800 किलोन्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न होता है और इसका प्रज्वलन काल लगभग 152 सेकंड्स का होगा।
The burn duration of PS2 for the present mission is 152 seconds.
द्वितीय चरण के पश्चात यान की कुल ऊंचाई 116 किलोमीटर के करीब तथा वेग 2.1 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड होगा।
Second stage separated. Third stage ignited.
द्वितीय चरण को पृथक कर दिया गया है तथा तृतीय चरण HPS-3 चरण प्रज्वलित हो चुका है।
The third stage HPS-3 has commenced its operation.
Third stage performance normal.
It is a solid propellant stage that has 7.65 tons of HTPB-based propellant. HPS-3 develops a maximum vacuum thrust of 239.6 kilonewtons.
Plus 5 minutes.
यान पूर्णतः पूर्व नियोजित तरीके से अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ता हुआ।
For the present mission, HPS-3 stage has a burn duration of 121 seconds.
तृतीय चरण HPS-3 फिर से ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें कुल 7.6 टन का प्रणोद होता है तथा यह 240 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न करता है।
SHAR and Trivandrum ground stations are presently tracking.
Third stage performance normal.
तृतीय चरण करीब 121 सेकंड तक जलकर बंद हो जाएगा और उसके पश्चात करीब 100 सेकंड तक कोस्ट फेज जारी रहेगा।
Plus 6 minutes.
पूरे तंत्र सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए
We are 6 minutes 15 seconds into the launch. Third stage operation currently in progress.
Third stage action completed.
तृतीय चरण सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए अपना प्रज्वलन काल समाप्त कर चुका है। वर्तमान में सापेक्ष गति 6 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड तथा ऊंचाई 438 किलोमीटर।
Now, though we have the confirmation of the completion of
Vehicle
HPS-3
performance
burn,
normal.
the launch vehicle is in the regime of combined coast, meaning thereby that there is no thrust
Plus
being
7
developed.
minutes.
However, the rocket is being controlled through the two clusters of 50 Newton thrusters that are mounted on the outer diameter of the propulsion bearing. These thrusters give propellant from the PS4 stage. The coast phase for present mission lasts for about 105 seconds.
कोस्ट फेज जारी है जिसमें पूरा यान पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से दिशा निर्धारण करते हुए कक्षा की ओर अग्रसर है। कुछ ही क्षणों में हम देखेंगे तृतीय चरण को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा और उसके पश्चात चतुर्थ चरण का प्रज्वलन होगा।
Plus 8 minutes.
Third stage separated.
तृतीय चरण सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है।
Fourth stage engine started.
Now we have the confirmation of the separation of the third stage and the ignition commencement of the fourth stage. Pressure-fed twin engines that burn monomethyl hydrazine as fuel and mixed oxides of nitrogen
Fourth
as
stage
oxide
performance
oxidizer.
normal.
चतुर्थ चरण का प्रज्वलन सामान्य। चतुर्थ चरण तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें मोनोमिथाइल हाइड्रोजीन तथा नाइट्रोजन ऑक्साइड के मिश्रण को
9 minutes.
ऑक्सीकारक के रूप में उपयोग किया जाता है। इसमें कुल 2.5 टन का ईंधन होता है जो कि दाब भारित इंजन द्वारा 7.33 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न करता है। इसमें ऐसे 2 इंजन लगे होते हैं। इस समय सभी तंत्र सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए
Burn duration of PS4 for this mission is 487 seconds. It has 2.5 tons of propellant loading and develops a maximum vacuum thrust of 7.33 kilonewtons by each engine.
इस चरण का कुल प्रज्वलन काल 487 सेकंड के करीब है, यानी कुछ 8 मिनट निर्धारित है।
Plus 10 minutes.
इस प्रज्वलन काल के अंत तक उपग्रह के अंतक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा सकेंगी और PS4 को बंद कर दिया जाएगा।
4 stage performance normal.
Meanwhile, let me tell the viewers about the satellites taking ride in this mission. First of all, the primary satellite EOS 06, which is a third generation satellite in the Oceansat series. This is to provide continuity services of Oceansat 2 spacecraft. It has among its payloads Ocean Color Monitor OCM3, Sea Surface Temperature Monitor SSTM, KU band Scatterometer SCAT3 and ARGOS. It has a mission objectives to ensure the data continuity of ocean color and wind vector data to sustain the operational applications. To improve the applications, some additional data sets such as sea surface temperature and more number of bands in the optical region of Florence and in infrared region of atmospheric corrections are accommodated. To develop improved related algorithms and data products to serve in well-established application areas and to enhance the mission utility.
चतुर्थ चरण का निष्पादन सामान्य है। यान अपेक्षित पथ को अनुसरण करता हुआ जा रहा है। आइए तब तक इस यान के मुख्य उपग्रह EOS 06 के बारे में कुछ जानकारी देते हैं। EOS 06 ओशनसैट श्रेणी का तृतीय पीढ़ी का उपग्रह है। इसका मुख्य उद्देश्य ओशनसैट 2 की जारी सेवाओं को आगे बढ़ाते हुए उन्नत पेलोड की मदद से वृहद अनुप्रयोग सेवाएं प्रदान करना है। EOS 06 में मुख्य निर्धार के रूप में ओशन कलर मॉनिटर, सी सरफेस टेम्परेचर मॉनिटर, KU बैंड स्कैटरोमीटर और अर्गोस का प्रयोग किया जा रहा है। अनुप्रयोगों में सुधार के लिए EOS 06 अतिरिक्त डेटा सेट प्रदान करेगा, जैसे समुद्री सतह तापमान, पुष्पन के लिए ऑप्टिकल क्षेत्र में और वातावरण के लिए इंफ्रारेड क्षेत्र में ज्यादा संख्या में बैंड्स उपलब्ध कराएंगे। इससे संबंधित एल्गोरिथम्स को डेटा सेट्स की मदद से उन्नत अनुप्रयोग क्षेत्र में विकास लाएगा और मिशन की उपयोगिता में वृद्धि होगी।
Plus 13 minutes.
Among the passenger payloads, there is 2 numbers of Thibault satellites. It is a 0.5U spacecraft bus that includes a communication payload to enable rapid technology demonstration and constellation development for multiple users. It also demonstrates store and forward functionality for authorized users in the amateur frequency band. The satellite shall be deployed by using Dhruva Space Orbital Deployer
Stage performance
to perform the
normal.
specific mission operations for a minimum lifetime of 1 year.
चतुर्थ चरण सामान्य प्रदर्शन करते हुए अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर अब हम उड़ान से 835 सेकंड्स की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं।
Plus 14 minutes.
वर्तमान में त्रिवेंद्रम स्थित ट्रैकिंग सेंटर हमें ये डेटा उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं। PSLV भारत के प्रोमोचक रॉकेट की श्रेणी में तृतीय पीढ़ी का रॉकेट है। अक्टूबर 1994 में PSLV की प्रथम सफल उड़ान के बाद PSLV एक विश्वसनीय तथा बहुमुखी उपग्रह प्रमोचक रॉकेट के रूप में उभरा है। अब तक PSLV की 55 उड़ानें हो चुकी हैं और वर्तमान प्रमोचन 56वां है। PSLV विभिन्न उपग्रहों के प्रमोचन में सक्षम तो है ही, इसके लिए वह मल्टी पेलोड एडेप्टर का प्रयोग करता है। न सिर्फ विभिन्न नेतभार बल्कि विभिन्न कक्षाओं पर भी उपग्रहों को स्थापित करने में PSLV सक्षम है। इस प्रमोचन मिशन में भी ऑर्बिट चेंज थ्रस्टर्स के प्रयोग कर ऑर्बिट 1 जो कि 740 किलोमीटर का ऊपरी ऑर्बिट है से ऑर्बिट 2 में प्रवेश कर सहयात्री उपग्रहों को अंतःक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
We are 15 minutes, 15 seconds past the launch time. Current altitude is 739 kilometers and the relative velocity of 7.2 kilometers per second.
इस समय PS4 प्रज्वलित है और सामान्य निष्पादन कर रहा है। इस दौरान वह कुल 15.2 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है। इसमें ईंधन के रूप में मोनोमेथाइल हाइड्रोजीन तथा ऑक्सीकारक मिक्स्ड ऑक्साइड ऑफ नाइट्रोजन यूज किया जा रहा है।
Close to 480 seconds of burn time of PS4 results in the rocket attaining 742 kilometers altitude.
Stage thrust cutoff.
चतुर्थ चरण को कट ऑफ कर दिया गया है। इसका प्रज्वलन काल समाप्त हो गया है। अब कुछ ही क्षणों में कक्षीय स्थितियां प्राप्त कर मुख्य उपग्रह EOS 06 का अंतःक्षेपण किया जाएगा।
When the correct attitude also is attained, the primary satellite EOS 06 will be injected.
EOS 06 को 742 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार कक्षा में 98.34 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ 7.57 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की सापेक्ष गति से अंतःक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
EOS 06 satellite separated.
EOS 06 को सफलतापूर्वक अंतःक्षेपित कर दिया गया है।
We have had a successful launch and injection of primary satellite EOS 06.
This range operation director. Mission is continuing with two phases of orbit changing thruster, that is OCT firing. The first phase of OCT burns takes place in the non-visibility period. The second phase of OCT burns takes place partially in the visibility period of Lucknow in orbit 2. After these two phases of OCT burning, remaining 8 satellites will be separated in the visibility period. During the non-visibility period, ground trace will be updated by extrapolation on the video wall. All stations involved in operation shall continue in positions. Others shall reassemble at 13:30 hours IST. Handing over to Mission Director.
Up next is the address by Secretary to EOS, Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
ये बहुत ही कपल है।
I'm really happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the PSLV C54 EOS 046 mission in its first phase of the mission, injecting the EOS 06 satellite at its intended orbit very precisely. And we also observed that the performance of the rocket in this mission in all its stages and functions were exceedingly good. And congratulations to the entire team, PSLV, for making yet another successful mission in the series of its long years of journey. And also congratulations to EOS 06 satellite, which is just deployed its solar panels very correctly at the expected time. And I'm very sure it will continue its further phases of actions. Now, as already announced, this mission is still not completed. We are waiting for the change of orbit of the upper stage along with the remaining 8 satellites. We have the India-Bhutan satellite on board and the Anand satellite from Pixel is there. Thai Bolt 1 and 2 are there. And also we have Astrocast 4 satellites on board of PS4 stage currently. So it will go around the Earth. Now the upper stage has small engines. These engines will fire to bring the orbit from the current altitude to a lower altitude of 511 kilometers circular. That again will be a sun-synchronous polar orbit. And this happens through firing at 2 diametrically opposite locations in reducing the velocity of the stage to achieve this lower orbit. And this process happens some part in the visibility of our ground stations and some part not in the visibility. We will have the data, and the satellite after reaching this orbit will be injected into the expected orbit of 511 kilometers circular. So to look for that event, we have our team continuing the work in the ground control center and observing the satellite. So we will come back with this transmission at 1:45 p.m. today to look at the separation process. Meantime, let me invite the mission director to have his observation on the mission and to talk to you, Mr. Biju.
Good afternoon to all. As our beloved chairman has briefed here, we have achieved the first part of the mission, PSLV C54 EOS 06. EOS 06 satellite has been injected into its precise orbit as precisely as possible, and PSLV never fails to deliver. It is because of the excellent team effort put in by all team members here, that is Team ISRO. Team ISRO always delivers. That is again proven here. We are really impatient to complete the second leg of the mission. We will be coming back here soon. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Team ISRO for having achieved this mission. Team ISRO encompasses all our team members, our project team, our SDAs, our SR teams, our industries, our review forums, everyone. So thanks to Team ISRO, and my big salute to Team ISRO. Let us wait impatiently, but definitely success is going to be ours at 1:30 p.m. Thank you very much. Thanks to all.
I would like to invite mission director, spacecraft director, to speak a few words. Yeah.
Respected Chairman, URSC Director and other Center Directors, our ISRO colleagues, very good afternoon to all of you. My heartiest congratulations to PSLV team for successful launch of EOS 06 satellite and putting into desired orbit. Solar panel is deployed and our health of the satellite is normal and it started generating the desired power. EOS 06 satellite is an advanced third generation satellite to study the biological parameter of the oceans. Its application is it's used to identify the potential fishing zones, weather forecasting and this one wind velocity and cyclone detection, cyclone tracking and this maritime security and locating the bioships, and it has a lot of applications. Actually this satellite is asset to nation and it is going to serve the country to full its capacity. And the major achievements in the satellite is we have used indigenous detector and indigenous optics, and the SSTM payload is very new. And I am very confident that the satellite will deliver the very good product and it will meet our user community, whatever the requirement. And from second day onwards, we are going to start the payload operations, and our ground stations is Antarctica and NRC is ready to receive the data and give it to user community. I am very much thankful to Chairman ISRO for his full guidance and every time so many advices he gives for throughout the realization of the full project. Thank you, sir. And I thankful to my URC director for his review, continuous help and full realization, and SAC director for his excellent payload, and other directors also. Actually, this satellite has got deliverable from all other centers. So I thank all center directors and all centers, my colleagues, and my excellent Oceansat team, dedicated and innovative ideas they give. So I thankful to everybody, my review team, for making this mission possible. Thank you, sir.
This satellite EOS 06 is built by ISRO for the use by departments and ministries of Government of India. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of them for the commitment to make use of the satellite for the missions and projects of each of those ministries and departments. Thank you once again, and we will come back in the second phase of the mission for the successful deployment of the remaining 8 satellites. Thank you.
Congratulations, madam. How are you, sir? Yeah, please. Comfortable. Okay, no, on this. Maybe.
Sir, I can also take one.
Yeah. We have to congratulate you. Now we have to start using by thank him for the Yes, sir. Our work is started. Congratulations.
Yesterday, before yesterday, I was in Ahmedabad. Okay, so my secretary said yes. Okay, sir. For next launch support. Yeah, right. On that side. इधर से भी जा सकते हैं बाहर.
But safe, I think, for India. Especially for Come on.
அவர் பாத்தீங்களா?
வேற
அவர் உங்க கடவுள் இருக்குது. கேட்டாரு யாரு போயிட்டு வரீங்க. நான் அவரோட நின்று ஃபேமிலியோட இருக்கேன்னா அவருக்கு ஒய்ஃப் தான் போட்டோ எடுத்துருக்காரு. அவங்க ஒய்ஃப் வரலைங்க. அவர் ஆஜராதுங்க அவரை ஒரு இது திருப்பி இங்கே தான் என்ன புது
அவங்களும் சிவகாசி அந்த அம்மா கைது ஸ்டேட் பேங்க் கூட்டு போ. சரி வேணா லஞ்ச் பாக்கெட் கொடுத்துருவேன். நீங்கள் கேட்டீங்க வண்டி இருக்கா? வண்டி கேண்டீன் இருக்குமா? இல்லை எங்கே இருக்கு? நான் வெஹிக்கிள் பாக்கெட் இல்லை சாப்பிட்டு போகிறீங்களா? இல்லை கேண்டீன் போகிறீங்களா?
சாப்பிட்டு போவேன் சார்.
எனக்கு 2.5 ஆகும் முடியும். கேண்டீன் போகக்கூடாது சார். நாங்கள் கூடுவோம் சார். கேண்டீனில் சாப்பிட வச்சு ஓகே சார். கேண்டீனில் ட்ராப் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த வீட்டில் ட்ராப் இல்லை இல்லை டோட்டல் சார். கேண்டீனில் போயிட்டு ரூம் போகணும்னு போகணும். எல்லாம் அங்கன்னா அந்த பாக்கெட் கொடுத்தாங்க இதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் போட்டோ எடுத்து மற்ற இடத்துல போட்டு
நானும் கூட உட்காருங்க. நான் வந்து இதில்
யாராவது உள்ள தள்ளிட்டு வந்துடுவாங்க.
a satellite working group from His Majesty.
The first phase of OCT burn confirmed normalcy. Change of perigee is confirmed. The second phase of OCT burn is confirmed. OCT performance is normal. OCT performance is normal. OCT performance is normal.
आराम से देना है, टाइम है।
सर ठीक है, माइक करेक्ट थोड़ा आराम से रखिए सर, थोड़ा आराम से फट आवाज आ रहा है। सेंसिटिव।
OCT performance is normal.
Stand by. PSLV C54 EOS 06 के लाइव प्रसारण में मैं विकास स्वर्णकार अपने साथी कमेंटेटर मिस पी माधुरी के साथ आप सभी दर्शकों का एक बार फिर स्वागत करते हैं। PSLV C54 EOS 06 मिशन अभी भी जारी है। अब तक हमने देखा प्रज्वलन के पश्चात PSLV C54 के सभी चरणों ने सामान्य निष्पादन किया तथा मुख्य उपग्रह EOS 06 को उनकी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा जो कि 742 किलोमीटर की है उसमें स्थापित किया। उसके बाद OCT ऑर्बिट चेंज थ्रस्टर्स की मदद से ऑर्बिट 1 से ऑर्बिट 2 की यात्रा की गई है। ऑर्बिट 2 जो कि करीब 515 किलोमीटर की निम्न कक्षा है, इसे प्राप्त करने के लिए ऑर्बिट चेंज थ्रस्टर्स को दूसरी बार शुरू किया गया है। और अभी OCT थ्रस्टर्स प्रज्वलित हैं। कुछ ही क्षणों में 515 किलोमीटर की कक्षा प्राप्त कर ली जाएगी तथा अन्य सहयात्री नितभारों को उनकी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। इसमें क्रमशः थाई वोल्ट के 2 उपग्रह, फिर एस्ट्रोकास्ट 1, 2, 3, 4 और आनंद, और फिर अंत में इंडिया भूटान सेट INS-2B का उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपण किया जाएगा। वर्तमान में हमें भू स्थित स्टेशंस स्वालबर्ड, लखनऊ, त्रिवेंद्रम, मॉरिशस और अंटार्कटिका स्थित ट्रैकिंग एंड टेलीमेट्री स्टेशन से यान के आंकड़े प्राप्त हो रहे हैं और इससे पुष्टि हुई है कि OCT थ्रस्टर्स चालू हैं और अपने गंतव्य की ओर हैं।
Welcome back to the live telecast of PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission. I am Madhuri, along with my co-commentator Shri Vikas Swarnkar from the Mission Control Center here at Satish Dhawan Space Center. The rocket has had a successful liftoff at 11:56 hours today, the 26th of November 2022. All the 4 stages of the launch vehicle had performed according to prediction, and EOS 06, weighing 1,115 kg, was injected at 742 kilometers altitude with a velocity of 7.57 meters per second, which occurred at 12:13 IST. Subsequently, the orbit has to be changed by 2 burns of orbit change thrusters. The rocket had crossed the range of tracking station at Antarctica. During the OCT burn 2 regime, Svalbard station will start to acquire signal while the rocket, or more appropriately, the 4th stage is in the 2nd orbit, having an altitude of 515 kilometers. The separation events of the 8 passenger payloads will be viewed by Svalbard, Lucknow, Trivandrum, Mauritius and Antarctica ground stations.
Change of perigee and apogee is confirmed.
अब इसकी पुष्टि कर दी गई है। ओसीटी ऑर्बिट चेंज थ्रस्टर्स का द्वितीय चरण समाप्त हो चुका है। वर्तमान में एल्टीट्यूड 512 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति 7.68 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। कुछ ही क्षणों में थाई बोल्ट के 2 उपग्रहों को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
Next up is the separation event of the 2 satellites Thibault 1 and 2. The stage reorienting itself for the correct attitude for the separation event.
Eight satellites are separated.
थाई बोल्ट 1 और 2 को सेपरेट कर दिया गया है और एस्ट्रोकास्ट 1 को भी पृथक कर उनके उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में स्थापित कर दिया गया है।
The 2 Thibault satellites have been separated and also the first Astrocat satellite has been separated.
इस घटनाक्रम में अगला एस्ट्रोकास्ट 2 उपग्रह इसे अंतक्षेपित किया जाना है।
Astrocast, a 3U spacecraft, is a technology demonstrator satellite for the Internet of Things as the payload. There are 4 numbers of Astrocast.
2 satellites separated.
Now we have the confirmation of the separation of the second Astrocast satellite.
एस्ट्रोकास्ट 2 को भी सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित किया जा चुका है।
Astrocast 3 satellites separated.
अभी रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर ने कंफर्म किया एस्ट्रोकास्ट 3 भी अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में स्थापित। इस क्रम में अगली घटना होगी एस्ट्रोकास्ट 4 का अंतक्षेपण।
The Astrocast 3 satellite has also been separated. Current altitude 515.4 kilometers. The next flight event is the separation of Astrocast 4. 2 more satellites, Anand and the India-Bhutan joint venture, INS-2B, will get separated after interval of 10 seconds and 60 seconds respectively. In the duration between the separation of Astrocast 3 and 4, the vehicle travels a ground trace of 3,270 kilometers approximately. The rocket then reorients itself for the separation. The orbit destination is 527.8 kilometers. In the meantime, Mauritius tracking station is acquiring the trajectory data. At the time determined for the separation of next 3 satellites, Antarctica ground station will be tracking.
आइए आपको तब तक एस्ट्रोकास्ट के बारे में कुछ बताते हैं। एस्ट्रोकास्ट एक 3U साइज का उपग्रह है जो कि इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स IoT की तकनीकी प्रदर्शन नितभार रखे हुए है। इस मिशन में कुल 4 एस्ट्रोकास्ट सैटेलाइट भेजे जा रहे हैं। इसमें 4 उपग्रहों का प्रमोशन के पश्चात एस्ट्रोकास्ट के नक्षत्र में कुल 16 उपग्रह हो जाएंगे, जिसे दुनिया के दूरवर्ती इलाकों में परिसंपत्तियों की ट्रैकिंग तथा मॉनिटरिंग जैसी सुविधाएं प्रदान की जाएंगी। एस्ट्रोकास्ट उपग्रहों का सूर्य तुल्यकाली यानी सन सिंक्रोनस पोलर ऑर्बिट में PSLV C54 द्वारा स्थापित किया जा रहा है और यह एस्ट्रोकास्ट की पहली उड़ान नहीं है। इससे पहले भी PSLV C45 द्वारा एस्ट्रोकास्ट उपग्रह भेजा जा चुका है।
For the recapitulation of viewers, let me mention that the 4 passenger payloads of Astrocast taking ride in PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission are through spaceflight in USA and NSIL. So far, Indian rockets have carried 381 satellites belonging to 34 countries. Today's launch will take the count to 385.
इसरो भूटान सैटेलाइट INS-2B भूटान के लिए बनाया गया। यह इसरो का INS-2B बस में कॉन्फ़िगर किया गया है। इसमें 2 नितभार हैं, नैनो MX और APRS डिजिपीटर। इसमें नैनो MX एक बहु स्पेक्ट्रमी ऑप्टिकल प्रतिबिंबन वाला नितभार है, जिसे स्पेस एप्लीकेशन सेंटर अहमदाबाद ने बनाया है। APRS डिजिपीटर को DITT भूटान और URO स्पेस सेंटर बैंगलोर द्वारा संयुक्त रूप से बनाया गया है। भारत और भूटान दक्षिण एशिया उपग्रह SAS के लिए ग्राउंड अर्थ स्टेशन के साथ अंतरिक्ष सहयोग में साथ आए हैं, जिसका उद्घाटन अगस्त 2019 को प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी द्वारा थिम्पू यात्रा के दौरान भूटान में किया गया था। INS-2B इसी के फलस्वरूप भारत और भूटान के सामाजिक आर्थिक सहयोग की ओर एक और नया कदम है। INS-2D का प्रमोशन PSLV C52 मिशन द्वारा हम देख रहे हैं और कुछ ही क्षणों में इसे अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
The Anand, one of the payloads, which is from Pixel India, is a 16 kilograms weighing satellite. It is a nano-satellite and a technology demonstrator to demonstrate the capabilities and commercial applications of miniaturized Earth observation camera for Earth observation using a microsatellite in low Earth orbit. This is a 3-axis stabilized satellite consisting of a SAT bus accommodating all subsystems like telemetry, telecommand, electrical power systems, attitude determination and control system ADCS, onboard computers, etc. and a payload unit. Coming to the India-Bhutan satellite, it's an ISRO nano-satellite for Bhutan, INS-2B. Spacecraft is configured with INS-2 bus. INS-2B will have 2 payloads, namely Nano-MX and APRS digipeter. Nano-MX is a multispectral optical imaging payload developed by Space Applications Center. APRS digipeter payload is jointly developed by DITT Bhutan and URSA.
अब तक हम देख चुके हैं ऑर्बिट कंट्रोल थ्रस्टर्स की मदद से द्वितीय ऑर्बिट 2 में हम प्रवेश कर चुके हैं और थाईबोल्ट नामक 2 उपग्रहों का प्रमोशन हो चुका है। एस्ट्रोकास्ट 1, 2 और 3 भी प्रमोचित किए जा चुके हैं। अब हम इस घटनाक्रम में अगला देखेंगे एस्ट्रोकास्ट 4 का पृथकीकरण।
As we await the separation of Astrocast 4, let me tell the viewers a little more about the India and Bhutan space cooperation, which dates back to May 2017, when the launch of South Asia satellite took place. The South Asia satellite was launched by India as a gift to the countries in the South Asia region, including Bhutan, catering to a host of space applications. A precursor to INS-2B is a technology demonstrator satellite called INS-2TD that was launched by PSLV C52 on 14th of February 2022. While INS-2D had carried thermal imaging cameras, the present satellite INS-2B is carrying a multispectral optical imaging payload.
आनंद एक नैनोसेट है जो तकनीक प्रदर्शन उपग्रह है। इसे निम्न कक्षा में माइक्रो सैटेलाइट की मदद से भूप्रेक्षण के लिए मिनिचराइज्ड कैमरा की क्षमताओं तथा वाणिज्यिक अनुप्रयोगों का प्रदर्शन करने के लिए किया जा रहा है। यह उपग्रह त्रिअक्षीय स्थिर प्लेटफॉर्म पर आधारित है। यह टेलीमेट्री, टेलीकमांड, विद्युत तंत्र और अभी इसकी पुष्टि हुई। एस्ट्रोकास्ट 4 अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है। आनंद उपग्रह को भी अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है।
Meanwhile, two separation events have taken place in quick succession: the separation of Astrocast 4 and Anand satellite.
मिशन पूर्णतः पूर्व निर्धारित तरीके से आगे बढ़ता हुआ। इस कड़ी में अंतिम INS-2B का अंतक्षेपण किया जाएगा। INS-2B को 528 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई तथा 7.67 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की सापेक्ष गति के साथ अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
India-Bhutan satellite separated.
INS-2B satellite has been separated.
All 9 satellites are separated. Mission accomplished. Handing over to mission director.
PSLV C54 has injected EOS 06 primary satellite and 8 other passenger payloads into the desired orbits. PSLV C54 EOS 06 mission is fully accomplished. Thanks to all.
It has been a jubilant occasion for ISRO and all the customers whose satellites have taken ride in PSLV C54. We are here signing and join us for the address by the dignitaries.
हेलो सभी दर्शक आए और अब हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं PSLV C54 EOS 06 की मिशन की सफलता के बाद।
So, welcome once again. The mission of PSLV C54 was continuing, and I would like to share the happy news of the separation of all the remaining 8 satellites as expected in the new orbit, which is lowered from the original orbit of the EOS 06 satellite to perfection, and PSLV C54 in its 4th stage has done this orbital change for the very first time using such two-burn sequence. So congratulations to PSLV. In these 8 satellites, we had India-Bhutan satellite, which was the last satellite to separate. Then we had the Astrocast 1 to 4 from Spaceflight USA, and Thai-Bolt 1 and 2 from Dhruva Space, and Anand satellite from Pixel India Limited. So congratulations to all those satellite teams for having their satellites now in the perfect orbit, and all the very best to them at this occasion. For us, the India-Bhutan satellite is very, very important milestone in the history of the joint collaboration of Indian scientists and Bhutanese scientists in building the satellites with 2 payloads. So at this occasion, to share the observational views, I request our External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar, to address us.
Your Excellency, Leonpo Karma Donen Wangdi, Honorable Minister of Information and Communications, Royal Government of Bhutan, Shri S. Somnath, Chairman, Indian Space Research Organization and Secretary, Department of Space, Government of India, representatives from the Department of Information Technology and Telecom of Bhutan, the Satellite Working Group from His Majesty's Secretariat and ISRO. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kuzu Zangpola. Today, we have achieved a historic milestone in India's bilateral cooperation with Bhutan as 2 special friends and neighbors. In a span of 2 years, the collaborative efforts of the dedicated team of space engineers and scientists from ISRO and the Bhutanese side have culminated today in the launch of this satellite for Bhutan, as envisioned by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, as well as His Majesty the King of Bhutan. Our 2 sides have taken the India-Bhutan partnership to a new and emerging area in the 21st century through achievements in space and technology. You may recall, during the visit of Prime Minister Modi to Bhutan in August 2019, we had jointly inaugurated the ground earth station of the South Asia satellite in Thimphu, which was constructed with the support of ISRO. India had launched the South Asia satellite in 2017 as a gift to nations in South Asia region, including Bhutan. Recognizing the positive impact that the South Asia satellite would have on the socio-economic development of Bhutan in areas such as communication and disaster management, Prime Minister Modi had offered increased bandwidth on an additional transponder as per Bhutan's requirements as a gift to the people of Bhutan. Accordingly, the Indian side extended capacity building to 4 Bhutanese engineers at the UR Rao Flight Center, ISRO, in Bengaluru, through hands-on training on small satellite building and testing, as well as processing and analyzing satellite data. In a landmark initiative, the 2 sides have now jointly developed a customized small satellite for Bhutan, the INS-2B. I understand that the primary payload of the satellite, which is an imager, will help Bhutan in natural resources management. The secondary payload, which was designed and built by Bhutan, will function as a digital repeater from space, serving amateur radio users community. ISRO is also working with Bhutan on establishing a ground station in Thimphu for receiving the data from this satellite, which will be commissioned shortly. I congratulate the team at ISRO and the Bhutanese engineers on this remarkable achievement, which is a matter of great pride for both India and Bhutan. I urge the team to keep up the good work even as we continue our collaboration on ventures in space technology such as developing a geoportal system for Bhutan, cooperation in peaceful uses of outer space, as well as operation of the joint satellite launched today. With rapid advancements in technology, we must, as envisioned by His Majesty the King of Bhutan, harness space technology and its applications for improving the lives of people. Heartiest congratulations to everyone involved in making the satellite launch a success today. Jai Hind, Tashi Dalek.
Thank you, our Honorable Minister, Dr. Jaishankar, for giving this address. And we will continue to work on the left-out activities related to the establishment of the ground station, as well as making it operational for the satellite, Indo-Bhutan satellite. And I also want to tell that our ISTRAC, Indian Satellite Tracking Network, has also established facilities for tracking the payload data from multiple locations as well. So today we have an honorable guest during this launch campaign and for this launch process, His Excellency Lenopo Mr. Kama Donald Wangti, the Minister for information and communication from Royal Government of Bhutan. So I request him to address all of us. Thank you.
My heartiest congratulations to ISRO for the successful launch of the PSLV C54. Given the commendable track record of ISRO, there was no doubt about this success today. My congratulations also to the team of the Earth Observation Satellite Series 6 and the other 8 nano-satellites. I hope you all will have a successful mission and that the satellites develops the humankind's ability to address issues that plague our current world. My delegation and I are very excited to be here, to have had the opportunity to witness the historic launch of the India-Bhutan SAT. This is yet again another key milestone in our close relationship that is now extending into outer space. The satellite is a realization of the visions of our far-sighted leaders, His Majesty the King, Jimmy Gesarnam Gyuwanchu, and the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. This joint satellite project was announced in 2019 during Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi's state visit to Bhutan. The development of the India-Bhutan SAT took place during the times of the COVID-19 pandemic, and even though there were major restrictions on travel and logistics, we are still able to build it successfully. This has not only been possible due to the dedication and hard work of the engineers from ISRO and Bhutan, and also due to the importance given to the project by all concerned, who did everything necessary to ensure its success. Today's launch is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and the unwavering resolve on India and Bhutan towards each other's goals. The India-Bhutan SAT also marks a new partnership between our two countries, and the space, science and technology is another dimension to the already multifaceted ties between India and Bhutan. While our two countries will no doubt continue to pursue collaboration in space, I wish that the scientists and engineers from ISRO and DITT continue to work together and to share knowledge and ideas and further strengthen the bonds of friendship between our peoples. I believe that ours is truly a model relationship between close friends, neighbors, and nations worthy of emulation over the world for greater peace, prosperity, and happiness. In conclusion, I thank everyone involved in making this project a success, and the Bhutanese people and I now look forward eagerly to the services the satellite will provide from space. Once again, a very big congratulations. Thank you, and Tashidele.
Let me also inform you that the Indo-Bhutan satellite has come on in the orbit. It also deployed its solar panels as well as antennae. Now let me request the project director of the Indo-Bhutan satellite, Ravichandra Babu, and also I'll request the team from Bhutan who worked with the project in building the payloads from Bhutanese side to join on the podium. Yeah, over to you.
Respected Chairman ISRO, Secretary EOS, all the center directors and distinguished members present here and watching this live from other centers also. Very good afternoon to all. I am very glad to say that the INS-2V spacecraft, which is put into the orbit, correct orbit as intended, is functioning normal, and the power current generation is normal, and solar panels are deployed and antennas are deployed. We will resume the operations in the next orbit onwards as intended. First, I would like to thank Director URSC for giving me this opportunity, and in fact mentoring us right from the beginning, even before he became Director URSC, as a mentor for NanoSat program. We are greatly indebted to you, sir. It was his guidance and catalyst activity only we could realize the satellite in short time, as well as achieve the performance what it is shown today. And I am also glad to confirm that our team from DITT, Department of IT and Telecom from Bhutan, they were there with us all through the satellite realization. In fact, in pandemic time also, they have made it possible to be participant with us in realizing the satellites. And Digipiter payload, I think first time it is fully qualified as per the ISRO standards, and it is going to perform as expected. I am also glad and I would like to thank PSLV team for putting us in the correct orbit, and we would like to continue the operations as intended in the forthcoming 6 months of life. Thank you so much.
Let me take this opportunity also to thank NSIL for commercially engaging with the satellites that we have launched in this mission, the Astrocast 4 satellites, the Ananth from Pixel, as well as Thibault 1 and 2. And thanks to our customer satellites as well for having confidence to fly on board PSLV in the coming missions as well. Thank you once again. We will come back with other mission activities in the future this year itself. Until then, goodbye and thank you from Satish Dhawan Space Center.